Hi everyone, we are from Gokraju Rangaraju Institute of Engineering and Technology, and our project is quality control of highway construction materials. This shows you the plan of Hyderabad Karnal Ramgundam highway. Coming to the introduction of the pavement design. Actually, a highway pavement is a structure of superimposed layers. The soil surface should be able to produce acceptable riding quality, adequate skid resistance. These are the essential requirements of a successful pavement. Coming to the requirements of the pavement, every pavement should be sufficiently thick to distribute the wheel load to a safe value in the subgrade soil. And a pavement should have adequate coefficient of friction to prevent skidding of the vehicles. These are the pavement materials, that is the soil, which comprise of the subgrade and also the embankment, aggregates, coarser and the finer, binders, bitumen and cement that are used in our mini project. Types of the pavements. The two types of the pavements, rigid and also flexible pavements. Coming to the rigid pavement. In rigid pavements, wheel loads are transferred to subgrade by flexural strength of the pavement, and pavement acts like a rigid plate. This figure shows you the typical cross section of the flexible pavement. Starting from the natural subgrade, it goes until surface course, binder course, base course, etc. This figure gives you a brief description of the loads that are superimposed on the flexible pavement. This shows you the granular structure of the wheel load on the pavement. Coming to the functions of the layers of the pavement, each layer have different functions. Coming to the subbase, it helps in spreading the load evenly over the subgrade. Coming to the base course, it provides a foundation to support the top layer of the pavement. Coming to the bituminous surface treatment, it is actually used in maintaining the low traffic roads and also for the binding purpose. Coming to the asphalt, it's also known as bitumen. This is used as a surface treatment for the pavement and also for increasing the binding of the soil. This shows you a laying of base course in actual field site. To know the quality control of any soil sample, we need to follow these tests. Coming to the various tests on subbase materials, the tests that are to be carried out are water content, own drying method, free swell index, plastic limit, liquid limit, etc. This shows you laying of subbase. CBR is an index for the shearing property of the soil, and it is actually, this value helps in finding the load bearing capacity of the soil. A CBR apparatus, so capacity of 5000 kg, and which is loading at a uniform rate of 1.25 mm per minute, is actually used in this test. These are the observations that are recorded from the CBR. Computation of CBR at 2.5 mm penetration is found out, and then at 5 mm penetration is also found out. If the CBR value 2.5 mm penetration is more than that of the 5 mm penetration, then the test is said to be valid. These are the set of different size of sieves that are to be used to find out the sieve analysis. These are the observations that are recorded from the sieve analysis. The last column gives you the percentage finers that are retained on each sieve. Free swell index of the soil. This is found out to determine whether the soil is sufficiently free from the swell index or not. Calculation of the free swell index. Using this free swell index formula, we can find out whether the soil is free from the swell index or not. This is the process of grading of the aggregates, wherein each aggregate is separated as per their sizes. And coming to the aggregates, the strength of the aggregates mainly depends upon the properties of the aggregates, and such properties that are to be tested are strength, hardness, toughness, durability, shape of the aggregate, and also the adhesion with the bitumen. Generally, the source of aggregates is quarrying, which are carried out in the outskirts of any place. This shows you a stone crusher machine wherein the aggregates are graded as per their sizes. Tests on aggregates. The tests that are to be conducted on aggregate or sieve analysis, water absorption, aggregate impact value, aggregate abrasion value, aggregate crushing value. A set of sizes of sieves are used starting from 4.5 mm to 0.075 mm. This shows you how the gradation of the aggregates is carried out in the laboratory. And also the aggregate impact value is to be found out using this formula. These are the observations of the aggregate impact value. These are the modes that are to be used. And also to find out the strength of the aggregate crushing value is quite essential, which is found out using aggregate crushing value apparatus. These are the observations of aggregate crushing value apparatus. Specifications. As per IRC 15/1970 and as IS 2386, we have calculated the aggregate crushing value and also the impact value. This is how laying of aggregates is carried out in the site. Coming to the introduction to the bitumen, which is a byproduct of the petroleum industry, which helps in binding aggregates and soil. Bitumen is a mixture of organic liquids that is black, highly viscous, sticky product used for paving roads, and is also a waterproofing product. Various tests on bitumen that are to be carried out are specific gravity of bitumen, determining softening point, flash point, and also the fire point. Coming to the flash point. Flash point is the lowest temperature at which the application of the test flame causes the vapors from the material to just catch the fire in the form of a flash. Whereas fire point is the lowest temperature at which the application of the test flame causes the material to ignite and burn at least for 5 seconds. This is the Marshall testing machine, which is used to find out the stability of the bitumen specimen. This is a modern thermometer that is used in the laboratory. This shows you the heating process of the bitumen that is carried out in the quality control lab. This is a graph that is obtained from Marshall stability test. This is a process of batching bitumen in the quality control lab. This is the modern heavy apparatus that is used to find out the compression testing machine. This figure gives you some samples of the bitumen that are used for the determination of the stability. Types of bitumen laying. We have generally two types of bitumen laying: wet bituminous macadam and dry bituminous macadam. This is laying of the wet bituminous macadam. It helps in drainage purposes, wherein the seepage of the water is avoided using this wet bituminous macadam. Conclusion. Finally, we would like to conclude that before going to any project site, it is mandatory to have some laboratory tests and to have some brief idea on the work that are to be carried out in the site. This helps in making the project economical and to reduce any further damages that may encounter in the future. That way we can increase the workability in the field and also the serviceability of the payment. Thank you.